Thanks for joining me. Today we're going to be talking about the precious metals, silver specifically, and gold. And I'll be answering your questions today. If you're watching this and it's not live, that means it's already aired and it's over. You can still leave your comments, your questions in the comments, and I'll try to get to all of them if I have time to. All right? So, any questions in regards to gold and silver stacking? And then we'll just let YouTube do its thing and get it. Once we get about 100 people in here, we'll get started. You can see my view. All right, guys, what is up? What is up? Questions? Let's go. Hello, how are you doing today? We have one viewer in the house. Thanks for joining up. Today we're talking about gold and silver investing. Yes, hello, hello. I hope you're doing very well today. I'm a bird. This guy thinks he's a bird. Yeah. Check out the price of silver today. Silver is skyrocketing. Gold is actually down about $10 right now, but silver is still above 39 bucks an ounce. So we're still really strong on silver, guys. I'm still very optimistic. I do believe that we will get rich. We will make a lot of money. Okay. We just have to stay strong in our beliefs about silver. Right now, everyone wants precious metals and stocks. This has happened before in history, guys. This isn't the first time this has happened. So we know silver is about to make a massive move because it correlates to other silver and gold bull markets. So I think silver could go as high as $60 or $70 within the next, well, it could go that high by the end of the year. So we're going to be seeing it. I think we should see at least $60 silver. So that's going to be huge. That's going to be big money. The best way to make money is to buy silver mining stocks, gold mining stocks. I buy 1 ounce silver coins. I buy silver rounds and bars. Bro, as soon as I join, everybody joins. You know that means good luck. Mr. Quackerson. Yeah. We had 0 people, and then as soon as you joined, now we got 12 people. Give me all your money. I cannot give you all my money. Here's my view tonight, guys. We got the park over there. Wow, that was a lot of smoke. I don't know where that came from. Stay away from that park. Okay, I don't go to the park when there's little kids there. I only go to the park at night when nobody's there. So, should not be a problem. But if I go Sometimes I actually do go to that park during the day, but I just do a couple sets of pull-ups and then I'm out. I'm leaving, you know. But usually when I do my pull-ups, I go to the bigger park. Well, I'm going to leave to go. No, you can't go. You can't go. Have a good night and good life and a good night. No, you have a good life. Are you saving money? Are you investing money? You came to this channel and you did not come here by random chance. I promise you that, son. There's a reason you came to this channel. Maybe it is random chance, but it's going to work out for the best. You are going to become an investor. You are going to start thinking about silver, gold, stock market. You guys should think about having a 401k or an IRA. If you guys don't have, you should be doing something for retirement. 401ks are good for your, you can get those with your job, but I prefer an IRA, International Retirement Account. These are the best ones because you don't have to pay taxes when you cash it out. So I think IRAs are the best long-term investment. But also silver and gold are good for long-term too. And now Bitcoin might be a good long-term investment, or 20 years from now, Bitcoin could collapse, you know, because there could be something comes out that's better than Bitcoin. Gold, silver are the top alternative assets. That's where you want to be. I don't even like Bitcoin. I like altcoins, Shiba Inu, Dogecoin, stuff like that. I don't like Sui that much, but I like Hedera, Internet Computer, Pepe. So yeah, Hulk Hogan. I heard Hulk Hogan died. Dude, we should smoke one for Hulk. We gotta smoke one for the Hulk, the Hulkster. Dwayne Wade has a golden bunghole. Dwayne Wade. I heard of that guy. Are in real time value is 1 pound of silver. This guy wants a rip. I can't even get it lit, dude. Wow. Worst day ever. That's one way to ruin my day, you know? I just got through a full day working. That completely ruined my day. Now we're going to have to make it all better. So, my lighter is working RIP. Why can't I afford a lighter? Yeah, if I'm so rich, I should be able to afford a lighter. Well, I have multiple. Not the only bad one. Shit. You should go break in someone's car. Yeah, that might get some views. Shiba Inu. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Tom Pendlebury. Well, Tom, we'll talk in a minute. Tom and John. Kind of reminds me of Jesse Pinkman for some reason. Yeah. People say that. I haven't gotten that one in a couple months, actually. Jesse Pinkman, yeah. We used to get that like every week. We got that on TikTok all the time. Oh, dude, you look like Jesse Pinkman. Yeah. He says, I'm rubbing melted butter all over my big fat belly. Oh, that's so nice. Oh, I can't believe I just said that. Guys, please keep the comments to be a little bit more child friendly, okay? We want to have this to be a PG channel, all right? Let's read the next comment. It's the meth look he has. Oh, I shouldn't have read that one either. Unfriendly about butter on my belly. That's not allowed here, okay? Jeez, guys, that's a huge spider web right there. Wow. You can hardly see it, but it's like a massive spider web. I'll tell you what, guys. I can't sit down here. Look at that. Oh well. Ooh. All right, guys. We got to talk about getting rich. We got to get rich. We got to get gold. We got to get more gold. More of this stuff. You can never have too much gold. Thanks, guys. I see we got 7 likes. Not 1. 7 likes. He can't sit because he got hemorrhoids. I wish I could chill with you and roast with you. Yes, Water Buffalo. Thank you. I've seen you in the comments lately. Let's get rich. Yes, Tom Pendlebury. This is... I'm smoking this one for Hulk Hogan. I was never into that kind of wrestling. Well, I was watching that wrestling when I was a little kid, yeah. You know. But my parents could never afford to send me to the wrestling matches and to go see it and whatnot, so I just never got into wrestling that much. I used to watch Rey Mysterio Jr., I think. White Dodge Durango. Guys, we got to get rich. That's all there is to it. We got to focus on our money. The rich people got rich because they focused on their money. Most people are focused on Grand Theft Auto, you know, or whatever video game they're into. You got to focus on your money. Wrestling in bed with Tom's mom. Anyway, good luck to becoming happy, everyone. Yes, Tom Pendleberry, I can make you rich. We ain't them. Fuck that. Let's get happy. No. If you become rich, then you will then become happier. Um, the happiest people are the people with the most money. That's what I heard. No. You can gain a lot of money, but still not be happy. But if you have money, then you don't have money problems. Money problems can cripple relationships. They can cripple a lot of things. Okay, a lot of families have resentment because of money. You want to get a lot of money, so that's why I invest in the stock market and all that, guys. You know that. I have a tiny bit of Bitcoin, but I'm not a big fan of Bitcoin. I like Shiba Inu, Origin Token, Internet Computer, Pepe, Bonk. I got some Bonk. I got some Chainlink, and I got some other cryptocurrencies. If you want to see my full list of cryptocurrencies, please join my Patreon. Patreon is $10 a month. I subbed. Yeah, that's all I want. Thanks, guys. Yeah, subscribe. I try to encourage people to stay focused on their money, because ultimately, if you focus too much on women, that is probably going to be a waste of time. At least that's what I have learned. I've spent years in relationships with women, and they took up way too much of my time, way too much of my energy. So it was a waste of time. So I teach men to basically forget about women and focus on yourself, and try to level yourself up. That's what I do. I try to help guys, and there's a lot of other influencers that are doing the same thing I'm doing. I'm just trying to carve my own brand, just like anybody else. But I think my brand. This guy's got $150 cash. Yeah, you could buy some kind of investment with $150. Make sure you pay off your debts first. Well, honestly, you could pay off debt and invest at the same time. That's what I do when I have debt. If I ever have debts, I'm always investing at the same exact time, because those investments are going to increase in value more than the interest you're going to pay on your debt. If you invest in the right things, you're going to make so much money that your investments can wipe out your debt. But you should be making payments on your debt. Some Bonk and Pepe, you making these names up. No, Bonk is an actual cryptocurrency that I am making money on it right now. I'm already in the green on Bonk, okay? It seems like it's a stupid investment, but it's like it's too stupid to lose value, It doesn't even make sense. The world that we live in, these stupid investments, these crazy, useless cryptocurrencies, but you have to go where the money is. So you have to find cryptocurrencies that are volatile and that trade in a range, and you buy them at the bottom end of the range. So Shiba Inu, it's very close to the bottom end of the range. So it's a pretty safe bet. If you buy Shiba Inu right here, if it goes down more, buy more of it, you're going to make money, pretty much guaranteed. There's a lot of investments that are easy money. You just have to take action. You just have to buy these things. You just got to not be scared. So I teach men how they can overcome that fear of investing. At least I try to. I do my best. Sometimes just you got to light up a joint before you hit that buy button and just freaking start buying stock, Just got to start buying it. It's not that hard. R.I.P. Hulk Hogan. That's crazy. That's for real. I saw that Hulk Hogan died. Yeah, guys, we're going to witness a lot of people die. I've already witnessed so many people die. One of my good friends, he said that all his friends pretty much are all dead, except me. And I try to live a healthy lifestyle. And a lot of people that I know have already died. And Just makes you realize the vulnerability of life and how short life is and how valuable life is. And when it comes down to it, you got to realize how valuable each day is. And actually every single hour of every day, if you really think about it, has a lot of value because you're only going to live one time. So every moment has the potential for huge value. You just have to take that chance. You know, you only live once. You might as well try to make that investment, that long shot investment. And the thing about stocks and cryptos is most likely they're not going to go down to zero. So even if you invest in a stock and it goes bad, you can still pull your money out. You know, you literally cannot go wrong by investing. And it's like you're investing in yourself. When you save money, you're investing into your own future. Because when you make that money, when that stock goes up, when that crypto goes up, you can do many more things. You can do many more things in life. Cookie Dial. No, I have not heard of Cookie Dial. Thanks for the sub. Thanks for the sub. Women are dope. I won't forget about women. No, the goal is, though, to become so successful that women will chase you. That's really the goal. And it's not that hard. You just have to level up to a certain level. You don't have to get to your final form or anything. You just have to get to a certain level. And then the women will come to you. What is that level? Well, you're going to have to start investing, making some money. The level is you've got to have a car and you've got to have a house. And you've got to be in shape. You've got to work out regularly. And you got to have the right frame of mind. Okay? Then they'll come for you. Then women will come to you, you know? It gets easier the more you level up. So, encouraged. And you guys got to know that it is possible. You can hit that level where the women will come to you. You won't have to, you might still have to go out once in a while, but it's going to be much, much easier. The more money you get, the more confidence you get, the nicer looking car, the nicer looking house you have, it gets much easier. So I try to teach men that we've got to be able to save up a huge down payment for a house and then buy the house. Do not just finance the whole house, okay? We've got to invest our money, save up a big down payment. I do investing in silver, gold. I do a lot of mining stocks. All my mining stocks are up right now. If you want to get a list of my gold mining stocks, then just join the Patreon. I've been buying silver since $5 an ounce. I've been buying gold since $290 an ounce back in the year 1999, 2000. And I've been studying these stocks ever since. And I've had ups and downs and periods where I've had to stay out of the markets and struggle in life. And I've learned all this stuff, and now I want to teach it to other men. And I'm going to have a book coming out. At what year you came into crypto? I've been following crypto for many years, but I only started buying it like a couple of years ago. I actually did buy Bitcoin probably like 7 or 8 years ago, and I've owned it on and off. Women make me want to brush my teeth and eat my veggies. They should just make you want to earn more money. Okay? You got to start thinking money. When you guys go to the gym, when you start pumping iron, lifting weights, you got to be thinking about money. With every rep, money, money, money. The more you think about it, the more it will come true. Okay? Rich people think about money a lot. Way more than most of you guys. But not as much as some of us. Some of us, like you, know who you are. You're focused on the right thing, money. That's the key to an easier life is money. Um, if you do not know how to control money, it could complicate things for sure, because you're gonna all of a sudden you make a bunch of money, and then you're gonna go finance lots of things, and then eventually you're gonna go broke, and then you're gonna have bills and no money. Okay, but if you know how to control money, how to control the flow of it, how to um, protect it, keep it stronger. If you know how to multiply money, especially how to do that, you got to know how to multiply money. It's not that hard. Then you will certainly have a much happier life. Money can mean a happier life. You just have to have the power and the knowledge. It's really about wisdom. It's not about intelligence. It's about wisdom. But you should be pretty smart to come to these realities, you know. But it's really not that hard to know that everyone should save and invest money. But always enjoy top G's. I ain't even be green. Good luck, y'all. I notice you specifically say you teach men. Why is that? Because I don't know how to teach women. I'm not a a, a women teacher. So yes, it's only this is primarily a men's channel. Women can watch, but I'm really trying to encourage men here for the most part. When it comes to women, I think that women would be better off to find probably a woman that is about that. But we do have females that watch this channel because they're interested in investing. And I definitely respect that they can deal with me. I'm from the Northeast, United States, Northeast. Embrace the impermanent nature of life. Yeah, you have to embrace it. You have to come to the reality of life, you know? And one of those realities may be that you're alone, like me, you know, a single guy living by yourself, or whatever realities women go through. I don't know. You know, like I said, this isn't a women's education channel, but men go through a lot of realities. And it's important to be mentally tough. You've got to know what you're going into in life. They never tell you how hard it really is when you're younger. They never tell you how hard life could be, especially if you make a few mistakes early on, you know? If they would tell you, then you would prepare a lot harder for life. But we have to embrace all the realities of life, especially the fact that things are always changing, okay? Rich people think about your girlfriend. I'm not sure about that, sir. I am broke as hell, and beautiful women express interest in me often, and I'm not even that cute. You just gotta be chill. Yes, for some guys, you're just really chill, you know? And obviously that works for you. Yeah. Girls are buying me drinks when I go to the bar. Does happen to me occasionally, you know? But yes, that can happen. Yeah. That certainly happened to me, where the females are buying the drinks. But I don't go out too often, so that doesn't happen too often. Elbow, they think you as beggar and poor. That's why I buy you stuff. Well, I'm not so sure about that. Maybe they're really buying him drinks because they like this guy. You know, maybe he's got the 6 foot tall, 6-figure income, and the 6-inch sausage. So women like if you'd have the 6 foot, 3 6s. So I've got the 6 foot tall. What will be the price of gold in 2030? If you want me to guess gold in 2030, I'm going to say I'm going to say 7,500. 75. Okay? 6,000 low end, 7,500 medium, high end 20,000. Okay? We could have repricing of gold so that it takes care of the national debt. It'll balance out the debt. So gold could go up to 20,000. But I'm conservative. In 2030, I think gold is going to be about 7,500. Maybe more, maybe a lot more. This could be worth freaking 20 grand in 2030. This will at least be worth 12 to 15 grand in 2030. But 12 to 15 grand is not going to have quite as much purchasing power, okay? You doing great job by guiding men, truly said. I try to guide men because I am almost 40 years old and I learned a lot. So if you're a young guy and you come across this channel, I think that you could learn a lot from this, all right? So hit that subscribe button. Great to see a channel for female empowerment and education. This is not a female empowerment channel. I do not study female empowerment, so I don't know how to do that, okay? You're right. I prepare men for the harsh realities of life. And I teach you to be tougher. And I teach you how to get rich and how to invest. All right? And I keep you on the right track. If you're following me, your money is going to be growing. I promise you that. If you watch my videos at least once every week or every 2 weeks, I promise you, I'm going to give you the tools you need to make your money grow. Guaranteed. Pretty soon, any week now, you're going to start dollar cost averaging into crypto or into silver 1 ounce coins. Or you're going to start buying stocks in the stock market. I know you will. Because you know it's a good idea. Women don't know how to be loyal anymore is the problem. If you don't have money, no one will respect you. Many realize this very late. That's true. To gain, yes, if you're poor, no one's going to respect you whatsoever. If you have money, people want to be around you. You just have to know how to manipulate those people and not let them take from you. Okay? There's nothing wrong with getting rich and having a lot of money and a lot of influence and have a lot of friends. Just do not let your friends manipulate you for your money. You have to be smarter than them all, which you should be. You should be smarter than a lot of your friends in regards to protecting your finances, okay? So, right, if you don't have money, no one will respect you. Yeah. You got to get money. Or if you have a body, a strong body, and no money, people will respect you for having a strong body, okay? So some people will respect you for different reasons, but money is the number one reason that you will gain respect if you have money, okay? Women don't know how to be loyal. It's tough because women have a quality called they're hypergamous, and which means that they're always looking for the better option. So they do what's called monkey branching. They have one boyfriend, and then they'll also be talking to other guys, and then they'll try to go for the best guy. And then when they're with that guy, they're also going to be trying to monkey branch, looking for a better guy. And then they'll leave that guy for a better guy. The problem is when women monkey branch, they try to go for too good of a guy, and then that guy just pumps them and dumps them. And then they say, well, all men do is hurt me. All men do is hurt me. Or they'll say different things like that. Where are all the good men? They monkey branched away from the good men, and they went for much, much higher men that they could sleep with, but they can't keep those men, okay? So yes, women want more and more and more and better, and they're not loyal because of the temptation of the dating websites. Guys, when you get a girlfriend, after a couple of weeks, you should be checking her phone and making sure she's not on dating sites anymore. And if she is, you have to then end it. no questions, unless she says, okay, then I will delete them. I will delete them. Then you can stay in that relationship. Uh, but you have to check again periodically. And then if you ever feel like she doesn't want you to check the phone, that should tell you something. And you have to remain very firm with these women. When you make a decision, it's got to be your way, and that's the only way. There is no debate. There is no negotiation. That's what women respect the most, is when you make a strong decision like that and you stick to it, even if she doesn't like it. That's too bad. Just tell her that's too bad. This is the way that it makes the most sense for us, you know. Depends how you phrase things too. You got to phrase things the right way so you don't seem like a complete dick. But yes, women are having a hard time being loyal. It's hard to find a good one. Um, I'm looking for a good one right now, but I'm also mainly focused on leveling up. Well, yeah, I'm really not looking for a woman at all, but it'll come eventually. Men, don't convince yourself that you have to be ripped or rich. Like if you're charming enough, you can find a nice person. You should be able to find a nice woman. You'd think you should, you know. But these days it's tough, you know. Women that are fours, they want guys that are eights or nines or tens. Okay? It's tough. It's tough. So if you're a four, if you're a guy and you're a four, you might have to settle for a one. Okay? Do you understand what I just said? Or if you are a seven or so, you might have to settle for a woman that's a four, or a four and a half, or a three and a half. Um, because if you're a seven as a man and you want to find a woman that's a seven, she'll get with you, but she'll think she can get a 10 within a few months. She'll get bored and she'll say, I think I can get an 8 or a 9 or a 10. And then she'll try monkey branching. And it's tough. You know, the dating scene is tough. A lot of men, they do what's called MGTOW, men going their own way, MGTOW. I got into MGTOW about 7 years ago, 8 years ago. And I tried starting to focus on myself, and I was just learning these things, and I knew at that point I had to get back into investing, and it finally happened. I finally got back into investing in 2021. But yeah, MGTOW means men going their own way. It just means you're solely focused on your own goals and you're not looking at women, which makes it tough if you have a job where there's a lot of women, you know. For some men, that can be tough. But you have to do your best if you are in MGTOW, if you're trying to go your own way, focus on yourself. That's very important for men when you're young. You should do MGTOW. You should go your own way, focus on yourself, and not get caught up in the dating too much. But yes, you don't have to be ripped to get a woman, but it helps a lot. It helps. Silver price is 39. Guys, we got to celebrate. We got to celebrate. $39. Can you believe that? It looks like gold is going down, but silver is so strong. Silver is taking on a life of its own. So silver is very, very strong right here. Really happy about that, but I'm not. So if gold does start to go back up, silver is going to rocket. If gold goes above 3,500, silver is going to rocket. I have subscribed. Thank you. Is Shiba better than Doge? I like Shiba Inu better than Doge because Shiba Inu has a smaller market cap. Okay. I do like Shiba better, yes. I own more Shiba Inu than Dogecoin, but I have them both. I have both Shiba Inu and Doge. You should be in a relationship with someone who can trust without having to check their phone. I'm sorry, but that feels very insecure in all honesty. No, that's too bad. In today's modern era, you have to be checking on your woman because of the infidelity, the dating sites. You have to. Haven't you seen the TikTok videos where they meet couples and they say, "Let's check out your phone," um, and they look at the phone, and it's almost always the woman is cheating, and um, all this different statistics. Um, so you do have to check that. Yes, it would be nice if you could have a relationship um, where you could always trust your significant other, but the fact is that in this day and age, you can't really trust anyone but yourself and God. All right, guys? So, yes. Um, but yeah, you don't have to. If you don't want to check that, then you don't have to. You're a fascinating character. Have you ever thought of starting a podcast? I'm trying to right now, but we only have 16 viewers. You should invest in silver for long term. Yes, we should definitely invest in silver for the long term. There's a lot of, people are going to be scrambling to find out where to put your money when the US dollar starts to drop more. Um, so what you do, where do you put your money? Silver, gold, platinum, or stocks or crypto? What do I invest in? Silver, gold, platinum, stocks, and crypto. So that's my belief, is that we need to be buying these things, accumulating assets. Thank you for those 13 likes, by the way. So yes, we should invest in silver for the long term, and crypto and stocks. I really like oil stocks because they have high dividends, but at the same time, so many cars are going to electric. It's crazy. In other countries, they have a lot of electric cars. Like in Sweden, Germany, Norway, I think there's like way more electric cars. In the US, it's only like 10% of new cars are electric. Bro, I'm 53. You have two sixes, but missing the six-figure income. Life is tough. Well, I think you could actually get a pump for that. Oh wait, no, never mind. You're missing the six-figure income. Okay, so you just have to start investing more. You have to start making more money. Yeah, six figures can be tough if you don't have a good degree and if you're not in some kind of high pressure sales tactics jobs, high sales jobs or insurance, high pressure insurance sales. It can be tough to get 100K. Um, there's a lot of jobs that you can make close to that, but really you got to be like an RN or a doctor or a lawyer or a stock trader. But you got to be good at stock trading because you can lose a lot of money in stock trading, so you got to be careful. But yeah, this guy does not have all the sixes. He is missing the six-figure income, so he still has to level up. Level up. Okay, you don't need a six-figure income. I don't think you actually need a six-figure income, but you do need to have, in today's day and age, it depends where you live, but I do think you should try to make at least $55,000, $60,000, and you should have your car paid off. Okay, you know, it's not always about how much you make; it's about how much you keep. Okay, if your car's paid off, if you don't have a car payment, you can keep way more. And you have to realize if you're keeping more money, you're winning. Yeah, your buddy might have a nicer car or Ford F-250 or a Dodge Cummins diesel, um, or a BMW or a Mercedes, but you're the one that's actually winning because you're stockpiling silver, gold coins, stocks, and their car is going to lose value. What do you think is going to happen to your crypto and stocks and silver? well, I think silver is probably going to double pretty soon. And eventually silver is going to go to $200, 300, 400 an ounce. So you guys got to realize that you guys are winning. You might not have the fanciest car. You know, the hottest girlfriend at the moment. Or whatever. I feel like your target audience. I am your target audience, at least in terms of the age demographic. I'm 21 and find what you have to say intriguing, but some areas misguided, mainly when it comes to women. Yeah, I could try to convince you of the truth and all that, which maybe I'll do. But I have tried to convince many men of the truth about female nature and about women and all that. And it doesn't work. You can't get through to all men. I figured that out. I may be able to get through to you. You know, I do believe that there is one truth, and that there is a truth in female nature. Many women and men are the same. We're all the same. We have the same tendencies because our bodies adapted over the years to do certain things and to survive different things and to try to reproduce, to be able to be good at reproducing. So all humans, we're basically all the same. We have some differences. And different humans do have different strategies at survival. So some people might have certain skills, other people have different skills. And all women are famous for certain skills. Women do have some skills. They know how, they're very good at manipulating men, you know. That's one of their main mating strategies is they're extremely good at manipulating men, specifically beta males, and not so much the alpha males though. They look out and they choose beta males. But we can talk more about that later. Okay, so yes, you 21-year-old, you're the exact person that you should come across this channel. And you're going to either be the kind of person that's going to keep watching it and subscribe, or you don't want to face reality. And I've come across both types of people. So whichever it is you are, whatever, it is the way it is. You know, I hope that you stick around. I hope that's the kind of person that you are, because I'm looking for as many followers as I can get. But we'll get more into that later. Are you an investor or trader also? I do dollar cost averaging. I do swing trading, and I do like long-term investing, dividend stocks, gold and silver, crypto, hold some for the long term, some for trading. Okay. I do trading on Shiba Inu a lot, on different cryptocurrencies, and I do hold stocks for swing trading. So if different stocks hit certain levels, I will sell them. If I have other stocks that if they go down and hit certain levels, that's when I buy them. So that kind of a thing. And I do it to try to increase my income on top of what I make at my full-time job. So I am a supervisor at my full-time job. And then I do stock trading to try to make more money. And I teach that that is what you guys should do, or go to college. But if you go to college, you should also be investing money. Okay? You should be buying little bits of silver. I don't care how much. An ounce a week. If you go to college, you should still be working, and you should be able to buy an ounce a week, or you should be able to buy a few stocks. Not all stocks are $200 a share. There's stocks that are $2 a share. Okay? So whichever way you go, you need to invest. Because the dollar is going to become toilet paper, which it has been becoming. The dollar is becoming weaker, and you got to put your money in something that is going to preserve it better. So many people believe that the stock market is. And yes, over time the stock market has always gone up. But we're entering a new era of volatility, I think. And the stocks could go down. But I still think it'll recover. But so I don't even have 1.6. So this guy is not 6 feet tall. He does not have a 6-figure income, and he does not have a 6-inch. Okay, let me tell you something. You can actually change 2 of those. Okay? You might say, no, you can't change that at all. Well, they do make a pump and different extenders that could work for you. So you could possibly get up to the 6 inch. Okay? Now, you can change your income as well. Okay? So you could, even though you cannot ever be 6 feet tall, you have to make more money. Are you looking at my eyes? You're not tall enough, bro. You're not. You have to make more money. I'm going to be real with you. You have to make more money. And you can do that. And I think that you should focus on that much, much more. You should also focus on your body. If you can be ripped, even though you're not 6 foot tall, you might be able to add muscle pretty good. Okay? Because sometimes short guys, they can add a lot of muscle. So you got to think about this stuff. Okay? Life is a competition. You got to maximize your true potential. Okay? So that's real talk. I'm glad that I was 6 feet tall. I got lucky on that one. So I think maybe I didn't try as hard to make as much money because I was like, I got it. I'm tall, and there's a lot of benefits from that. So maybe I didn't think I needed the money as much, but now I know I need it. I need the money too. You got to try to get as much of it as you can. But yeah, if you're not 6 feet tall, that's not the end of the world. And I hear those extenders could gain you an inch or even more than an inch. So I think you might be all right, dude. I think you might be all right. I really do. But you got to focus on a business and focus on getting more overtime in, okay? More overtime at your job or whatever you're doing. And you should be going to the gym. You should be working out 3 days a week, or at the bare minimum, 2 days a week. And you should be doing compound movements. We're talking about bench press, squats, deadlift. Do the shoulder press if you can, barbell curls, barbell rows. Those are very good. And dumbbell rows. You should be doing big time mass building exercises. Try to add some muscle to your frame. So, yeah, who knows, dude? Who knows what you could look like in 6 months from now? I'd love to see your before and after photos. If you start working out seriously and, eating a healthy diet. Keep doing the same chat, talking the truth about women in the world. Yeah, if I talked about women, I might get more views, but I'd probably get a lot more hate from women. What do you think of XRP? XRP, I don't really believe in the technology. I don't think the technology is as good as they say it is, and that's where I remain, okay? But I think it's a good investment vehicle. You can make money on XRP. It could go up as high as 5 or even as high as $10, but I don't think so. But it could. I think this would be a fun conversation to have with you, but this isn't the best medium, given that I can only type. Yes. First time viewer, interesting, subscribed, 54-year-old Australian. I believe in you, bro. I have experienced it many. Money is power. My goal to meet you one day, becoming like you. Well, I don't know about all that. You don't need to try to become like me, but you need to develop a stronger mind, okay? If I didn't have a strong mind, I would have gave up on a lot of things. I would have probably got fired because I was riding my bicycle to work in a freezing cold, freezing rain, even in the snow. If I didn't have a strong mind, I would have never made it. I would have been late to work. I would have been fired. I would be looking for, I would have had to try to bounce back. And so you have to get a stronger mind. That's the main thing. You have to realize you're going to go through a lot of pain in life, and you have to just embrace it and learn how to get through it better and better and better. And when you have bad feelings and stuff, just let it be. If you feel like shit, just keep functioning throughout the day. Just be like, oh well, I'll get through it. If something really bad is bothering you, try to deal with it, and then just be like, oh well, I'm gonna live. I'll survive. I'll get through life. You have to do whatever you have to do to make it one day at a time to save more money. It's hard to save money. Okay, I know how hard it is. I got lucky though because I found my apartment. I got a good deal. All right, and my motorcycle is only 120 bucks a month, and the insurance is only 200 bucks a year. So you have to figure out how you can get good deals. You got to get good deals. You got to get a better deal on your apartment, get a better deal on your car. You know, if you make changes, they will add up. And before you know it, you'll be saving 10 grand, 15 grand a year. Small changes become huge, huge. That guy needs one of those penis pumps. That guy he only has, he has none of the sixes. That guy needs to get a pump. I am dead broke, but bro, I came across your channel. I'm sure if I can follow you, and I will definitely come out of it. Yes, I guarantee you will come out of it. I follow isn't enough, bro. Start budgeting. Investment is good, and obviously saving. Yes, these are very important things to do. As a man, and like, it's nice to chill out in life and drink and go to bars and stuff like that. But how much is that costing you? It's costing you, you're going to have to work harder for longer. If you're blowing your money and not saving it and not investing it, you're going to have to work harder for longer. I promise you that. It's going to suck. You're going to be 70 years old. You know how I know? And I've already talked about this. I've worked in factories with guys that are they're like 68, 69 years old. And these guys can barely walk. I've worked with these people. I know what happens. These guys told me they went to bars. They did so much drinking and stuff when they were younger. They knew they should have been buying gold. This dude, I wish I could talk to this guy again, you know. He said he wishes he was buying gold. I was talking to him about gold when gold was like 1,500 or something. He's like, yeah, I wish I would have bought more gold. This guy is struggling in life. He can barely get by from day to day. He's probably dead by now. Probably died. But I hope he's all right. But I'm not gonna ever know. Oh well, that's all there is to it, you know. And a lot of bad things can happen, and bad feelings and bad memories. But as long as you stay focused on your goal, good things are in your future. So that's true. I've been through it all. I've even been through drug addiction. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I snorted drugs off the back of my hand. I used to do drugs maybe like 8 or 9 or 10 years ago. And that was a waste. That was a waste of money. Man. Yeah, that was a waste. Learning to cook helps a lot because it's a lot cheaper to cook from home. Yes, if you want to save money, I would cook my own rice, cook my own vegetables, cook my own beef, chicken. I haven't had chicken in a while, but if I'm trying to really, really save money, then I buy rice, green beans, eggs. Right now I do a lot of eggs and green beans, and I'm saving a lot of money. And back to the other thing I was saying, saving money just by like not buying a $5 drink. Like if your coffee is $5, that's like almost 2 grand in 1 year. Like a daily $5 drink, it'll add up. I'm outside at night talking about gold and silver. Can't believe I've done drugs. Can you believe I've done drugs? Yeah, I can believe you. Or you're just quoting me. But yeah, we've got to be buying investments here. I think platinum is still really good. Like legit, you can buy platinum. Do not think that you have to be a certain type of person to buy platinum or silver coins. You don't have to be a certain type of person. You can do that right now. Put that money away and it's going to go up in value. Jolly Green Giants green beans are coming soon. Okay. Yeah. I always try to get organic green beans. You should try to have organic. For real. Great people in his act and you'll die. You have to face reality. A lot of people, that's what they do. You have to make the choice. Am I going to become a failure? Am I going to be able to snap out? Or am I just going to probably die, keep doing drugs? You know, you have to be strong in this day and age. There's so many have to be strong in this day and age. There's so many addictions, so many different ways that they can get you. And that's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. You're the kind of person that can fight through anything. Yes, I'm finally out of debt. Oh, now what can I buy? Look at that brand new car. It's a car that they didn't have before. It's a car that they didn't have before. There was nothing like it, you know. You got to be so mentally strong to be able to survive, invest your money. There was like a bird up in the tree. I think it was a bird sitting in the tree. Wow. That's cool. I live in the frozen for anyone else. If the live frozen. Oh. I'm not sure. Cool channel. Thanks for sharing. Yeah, I'll put out more videos and stuff like that. So, I'm just trying to get my watch hours up right now. Because I'm going to be able to make money at this. I've been doing it for like 2 or 3 years now. I've had one channel that was already banned. And I almost got enough watch hours. This guy wants a rip. I also figured something else out too. If you're going for success,